Well, I mean, we're a fair amount different than what we raced here last time, and we ran mediocre here last time. We had some good runs and some not as good runs, badder runs, but not as good runs. So we've changed quite a bit. I feel like we've learned a lot and been a lot smarter since the last time we were here, and even since Vegas, I feel like we're a little bit smarter than that. And it's a different track than Vegas too. Right? Vegas got a lot of bumps, really smooth racetrack. So you're asking for some different things here.
NASCAR also had the part from the number 3 car that was deemed illegal on display in the hauler for crew chiefs to look at. What do you make of that policy change to add a little bit more transparency?
Well, that's what they used to do, right? So it's just kind of going back to what we used to do. I'm good with that. And there's plenty of times that we all wonder, well, what did they do? Like, what did they do that was wrong? I mean, it's a learning process for everybody, right? To go back and look and say, okay, well, no, you can't do that, right? And I don't know the details of what they did and how it all works and all that, but it's good to be transparent, I think, for competitors, but also for fans. I would assume everyone's just curious, right? Curiosity gets the best of you a lot of times. You go, what was it? Right? I know it does for me, and I'm sure it does for everyone else.
Does it just make it basically better for the sport, kind of make it healthier overall, knowing what is actually happening behind the scenes?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone's been pretty transparent on a lot of things. These days, there's not much, I feel like, that goes on in the sport that is not public knowledge. Right? It all seems like it's very, very much out there, which means you guys are doing your job, right? And so, I see all that.
Okay, and then on a slightly different note, I mean, what are your thoughts on just kind of the names that have been added to the 75 greatest drivers list, especially, with former teammate Brad?
Yeah, I mean, they're all very deserving, right? Everyone that's on there, they're all great race car drivers. So they're all should be on it. I think it's cool that we're doing this just part of the season as you're leading up, into throwback weekend and all that. Like, there's just, I don't know, there's a lot of history this year when you think of 75 years and what the sport started from and where we are now, right? There's a lot to be proud of, and we should celebrate that. And I think this is a cool way that they're not just, I like that they're not just saying, here's the 75 drivers and that's it, right? Or they added 25 drivers. It's like a little bit of an event each time, right? Some unique way, cool way of that presentation. I think that's neat.
So to follow up that, then we're probably going to do this again in 25 years with a whole bunch of new drivers.
Not with me. I'll be done. I'll be really old.
Who are some of the drivers that haven't had enough time to really establish their legacy in the sport, or guys who are coming up the ranks who you think are going to be on that list when we do the centennial list?
Who do I think will be on it?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, man, that's golly. I mean, you're probably going to start. Whoever the new kids coming in will be, probably part of that, right? The kids that come in and they're winning in this level, they haven't made it this year, right? I think there's still 4 spots they haven't filled. Right? I was reading an article this morning about it. So. Hopefully I'm one of those 4. If not, hopefully I'm on the next list. But outside of that, I'd say, there's going to be a few that are probably early in their career right now that haven't reached their full potential yet. That will definitely be on the list next time. At some point, you probably look at some of the Xfinity guys on some of the success they're having at that level to be part of it as well. So.
Who do you think we're going to see added in the next few days?
I hope me. I'm starting to wonder. I was pretty certain at first. Now I'm wondering. So I'm like, who'd I piss off?
But let's say you do get that call. What's your reaction going to be like?
I'll be excited, right? I mean, listen, this is a dream to do what I'm doing, right? Since I was a little kid, this was it. I wanted to be a NASCAR driver, and I had the book. I don't know if you guys remember, but remember the 50th anniversary? I don't know if anyone's around for that. And it had the book, and I used to read the book. I thought it was cool, and I'd read through the book and the 50 drivers that were on it, and I had that as a kid. So it'd be really neat to have your name involved with that list, obviously.
So obviously, you're getting close to passing Brad for the wins at Team Penske, and then also those Rusty. Do you pay attention to that as you're going out every week, or is that just kind of like in the back of your mind at all?
No, and I think Brad's like total Penske wins is quite a bit higher than mine. I don't know what his Cup wins
The Cup,
are.
I think you're 2 behind, maybe.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact number.
Okay. But I know his, like, if you count Xfinity wins, he's always ahead of me. Since, I mean, we don't get to race Xfinity, obviously, there anymore. So that one might be a tough one to catch. I think he's ahead of Donahue and all of them in that list. So, yeah, we obviously kind of have an idea where that's at, but I can't say I look at it very often. I'm still racing, right? I guess I have plenty of drive that I don't need to go searching for reasons to race hard.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Joey, first off, have you seen Denny Hamlin's summer bracket idea? Mm-hmm. So what kind of incentive would you need in order to take that very seriously at the end of it?
Yeah, I mean, right. I mean, to me, it's a great idea. I'm saying first thing, I think it's a cool idea. Add something to the races. It's kind of like, we have the regular season champion. Maybe there's some kind of bracket, something, right? It's obviously a great idea and something that I think everyone would get interested in one way or another. The competitor in you just wants to do it. Let's just see what happens. But, as a sport, there probably needs to be something that's woven in there for everybody to make it make sense.
So what kind of prize would you want to see at the end of it?
Big one. Big prize.
Like money or points?
Yeah, all the above. All the above. If you're going to win, make it worth it. I mean, it's only a big deal if you make it a big deal, right? I mean, that's just how life is on everything, right? And so if you want to make a big deal out of something, you have to make it a big deal.
How do you look at Darlington?
This is Harrison Burton, driver the number 21. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of these 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.